thank you for being here with me. This is such an awkward situation, right?
Yes, maybe a little bit.
I have just brought a magnetophone that I'm using to sing most of the times. We're at a place which we haven't booked, but they're okay with us doing it, and it's a place that I really like.
Me too. They're very, very kind to let us be here, I think, and it's very, very pretty.
Yeah, and it's not a promotion, but we really vouch for this place. Okay, so basically the concept, the reason why we're here right now with Laura is because I wanted to interview some people that I think they're fascinated about what they do, and I feel that it's always inspiring to hear their stories and understand what makes them, have a great day every day they go at work, or most of the days. So we're trying to understand better here, Laura right now, and let's kick it off. So the first question is, what is your specialization?
I'm a researcher and I'm a biologist. I'm a molecular biologist. So my specialization lies in figuring out the molecular mechanisms of life. And what that means in reality is I look at everything that happens inside a cell. So if you imagine a cell like a city, and I look at the library of the city where all the information is stored, that is the nucleus, the core of a cell. And I look at how information is stored in a library, how the library is maintained, and if damage happens, how that damage is repaired. That's what I look at.
Okay, so if we start from the size of a city and you talk about libraries, I guess you zoom in a lot. Yeah. Oh, and I love that example that you're showing is so that it's easy for everyone to understand, so that everything is accessible and, not that hard. The next question is, how did you choose this specialization?
This is a very interesting question because in school, biology was the thing that I liked the most. And I think it's fascinating to look at the processes that happen inside of your body right now. And I think this is super, super fascinating to look at life as it is happening. I think that's very, very cool.
Right, in me or in general?
Not just
yeah. Yeah. Do you know something about me that I don't? No? Okay. If you had to choose anything else to work on, what would it be and why?
When I was a child, I always wanted to become an architect, and I think that's very fascinating, especially to plan cities and incorporate also sustainability into city planning. I always thought that was very fascinating. So we're going back to the city theme, right? I like cities.
Yes. Thank you for that. What is the biggest learning outcome you've gotten so far in your career?
There are several learning outcomes, I would say. For one, there is, of course, what you research, and then this is knowledge that no one knew before, and something that you figure out, and this is new knowledge, and I think that's very fascinating. And then I think in the process of doing research, you also learn a lot about yourself, like how you work as a human, and what motivates you, what fascinates you, how you function, and I think that's also very fascinating.
I can understand why you're fascinated with your job, and I feel that this is also passing over to me, the vibe, and hopefully to the camera as well. You can write us on the comments, like a YouTuber would say. So the last one is, share a funny incident at work.
Yes. I think most of the funny incidents that happen at work always involve students, especially when it's the first time that a student is working in a lab. For me, obviously, I have done this many times before, so sometimes I guess I'm not very clear in my instructions and I just tell them do this or do that, and then they don't know how to do things or how to hold a pipette and then funny things happen when students are involved.
Yeah, I can imagine you have shared some more in-depth information before. Nice. I think that's it for now. Is there something that you would like to say to someone who is, studying hard right now? They are at high school and they're trying to realize what they want to do. Maybe they want to do more than one things.
Yes, I think that is actually a very good point, that you have more than one thing in your mind. Because I think it's important to realize that it's not like you need to figure out one thing that you will be doing for the rest of your life, but it's okay to change things. Even things that interest you might change, and then it's okay to change what you're doing. You just have to know yourself and figure out what you like and what motivates you. And that can change over time.
I think I like that a lot because I also thought that I knew what I wanted to do, but then that changes, and you might have a little bit of guilt inside you and say that, oh, really, that's not how I had promised myself I would do it. But then that's okay because we are evolving and we're learning new things. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
I know they have an event at 3 o'clock, so we have to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Ciao.
Thank you very much.